Hi, I'm Jerica. Thank you for your inquiry. If you're watching this video, you probably asked help for me when it comes to the insurances of your kids. And in this video, I'll be talking about education planning. So what is education planning? Or really, let's start with the basic. What is financial planning? Financial planning is thematically preparing your finances so that you can achieve your financial goals. So in this video, I'll be talking about the financial goals of saving for your children's education. When it comes to funding your child's education, there are really just two options. Option one is you save now and your savings will accumulate interest so that when your child turns 18, you have something, a fund or like a basket where you can draw this certain expense from. Ang cute ng basket. Ayan, so this is option one. Option two is that when your child turns 18, he or she will borrow money, and that borrowed money will accumulate interest, right? So a lot of people in the United States, that's what they do. I feel like a lot of people in Manila have a hard time saving because it's so expensive to live in Manila, right? There's just so many things to spend on going out and, just a lot of expenses. For this video, I'll help you not just do the hit and miss way of spending, which is, like you get your income and then you spend, and whatever is left goes to savings, right? That's like the hit and miss method of saving. This type of service that I help my clients with, it's systematic saving, right? So we save now so we can hit our financial goals for the future. If you're going to ask me what is the ideal amount to save for my child's education, it's about 5 to 10% of your income, right? So that's a ballpark figure. How much can you budget for this financial goal? If you don't know the answer, I'd tell you like 5 to 10% of your income should go to the education of your kids. And so there are different financial goals depending on your life stage. Many of my friends, if you are a new parent and you want to save for the education of your kids, please watch until the end of this video. The next part of this video, we're going to determine how much will education cost, right, when my kid turns 18. We use the time value of money. So basically, we get the present tuition fee, which is about 200,000 for the year. After 18 years, this 200,000 with inflation rate of 10%, this 200,000 would be about 1 million pesos. So the equivalent of 200,000 right now after 18 years is 1 million pesos. So if you want me to clarify that, that's basically time value of money. You can set another meeting with me, or you can watch another video, my other videos, which explains how we get these values. Alright, so if 200,000 pesos is the annual fee for this year, the equivalent of that is 1 million pesos. And of course, your child is not just going to school for like 1 year. That's like 4 years of college education. So on the first year, that will be about 1,010,000. In the second year, if we compute for the 10% increase, that would be about 1,100,000 for a total of about 4.6 million education fund needed. As I mentioned, it really depends on the budget of the client or the income of the client and where the kid wants to go for college. For today, I'm going to show 3 options that AIA can help with. There are a lot of investment instruments, right? And AIA or insurance is just one of them. But what I like about AIA is that it's really systematic. It's a systematic way of saving, because I do have other investments as well, but it's not as systematic as paying off an insurance program, right? I'm gonna give 3 options. The first is AIA A Signature. The second is Future Builder. and the third is Future Scholar. So for the first plan, it's one of my favorites. It's called AIA A Signature. And the reason why it's one of my favorite is because it gives a guaranteed cash out, right? It gives a guaranteed cash out. So for our first option, AIA A Signature, and then we can play around the values here. But for this option, it's a 10 years to pay program, and then it's about 207,000 per year. So what does this plan look like? With a total annual premium of about 207,000 per year for the next 10 years, you get a guaranteed cash payout of 100,000. So hopefully you can see my screen. Yeah, so it's 100,000 when your child, or it's on the 6th policy year, you immediately get 100,000 every other year, starting on the 6th year until the lifetime of the insured. So this is really good for kids, right? Because bata pa lang, nag-start ka na, and until your lifetime, you're gonna get baon of about 100,000 per year, right? So it's a really good way to save your income so that you can still use it for future use versus just spending it on the things of today. Plan is called an endowment plan. It has a guaranteed cash value in case you don't want to be, or you want to surrender the policy. What this means is, for example, when the child reaches 18, you don't want to give your child 100,000 pesos every year anymore. You can actually cash this out, guaranteed. Also, current dividend accumulation rate. So what that means is you have dividends. Basically, you are investing in AIA also, and whenever there are dividends or excess earnings from the company, you get 3.9% of that. And this is the projection in case there is a 3.9% dividend accumulation rate. So it's also additional savings for you and your family, you and your kids. There, and this is the projections. So just to go through over the proposal, in case there is a low dividend accumulation rate, these are the projections. That's 2.9. But rest assured that 100,000 is guaranteed from the 6th year until the lifetime of the insured, and the price that you have to pay is only 207,000 of savings every year for the next 10 years. So you might be asking, like, I can earn more in my company, right? Or my business, right? The idea behind this is we just want to have another source of income, or like a fund, right? Because when your kid goes to college and, like, for example, the stock market doesn't do well, you can't tell your kid that, I'm sorry, business is not doing well, or I can't pay for this much for your university because there's trouble in business or the stock market is not doing well, right? So basically, we just want to create another basket where we can get money from, right? I feel like that's super important. And the next plan that I'm going to show you, it's still AIA A Signature, right? So I mentioned earlier that education of my kid is already 200,000 and she is still in grade 1, right? So an option of AIA A Signature, it's about 233,000 per year also, but it's a 20 years to pay plan. If you're a breadwinner, right, and then the sad realities of life happens to you. What is sad realities? That's sickness, accident, and untimely death, right? SAD. If it happens to you, your family automatically has a fund where they can get from, right? So that, for example, that 4 million pesos, if you have that much life insurance coverage, at least in case of untimely death of the breadwinner, your family can still be supported by that fund. For this option, do a guaranteed cash payout of 200,000. So it's amazing because we are preparing for the college education of your kids, but by the time he is 6 years old, you already have 200,000 to spare for the education, preschool or whatever. There. So for this, it's total annual premium of about 230,000, and it's a 20 years to pay plan. When the payouts arrive, on the 6th year, you can also use this to pay off the plan. Yeah, so this is what that looks like. And it's really about preparing for a future goal and not just doing the hit and miss way of saving. We can also allot or save better if we have something like this, right? So AIA plus signature plan, it's 200,000 pesos guaranteed cash payout from the 6th year to the lifetime of the insured, and the accumulated dividends, for example, when the kid turns 18 years old, is about 347 pesos in savings. Yeah, so all of this is really credited to account the guaranteed cash payout and the accumulated dividends there. So again, there's a guaranteed cash value in case you don't want to be spending for this plan anymore. There. So the next option is AIA Future Builder. Alright, so for the next option, it's called AIA Future Builder, and it's like your regular insurance plan, meaning you pay your premiums and then a portion will be allocated to the insurance while a portion will be allocated to the investments. So for this plan, it's called AIA Future Builder, to save up about 4 million. But if we do not save that much, at least we have a fund where we could get from, right? So just to explain, with a 1.5 million life insurance coverage, your basic premiums are about 75,000 per year. I put regular top-ups instead of increasing the life insurance coverage. I put regular top-ups because the top-ups, they go directly to the investment. So I added about 5,000 pesos monthly, just for us to have that, just for us to be closer to that 4 million goal when your child reaches 18 years old. This regular Future Builder is really just an investment plan, and and then 100% will go of our investments will go to the AIA Film Life Elite Adventurous Fund. So what I like about this is we are invested in global companies, which includes Microsoft, Taiwan Semiconductor, and other global companies. About this as well is you let the fund managers do it without you having to analyze or buy your own stocks. How insurances or VUL or basic insurances work is your premium payment goes to there are charges for the premium payment, which is really the insurance cost of 1.5 million, and then there's a premium allocation based on the amount of the fund. So I'll share more about that. I'll include in the email the prospectus of the AIA Elite Adventurous Fund. Premium allocated to the fund on the first year alone is about 103,000 already. So this is a investment plan with, or insurance with investment plan, with majority of the premium payments goes to the investment. And then the top ups, the projection is about 60,000 every year, but we can just remove that just in case I wanted to add that 60,000 until the age of 18. So this is what that would look like. So by the end of 18 years, in case there is a 10% projection, in case we already have that 4.7 million. And so that's what it looks like if we have that 135,000 with, or 75,000 premium with 60,000 pesos top up. So this regular top up, I'll change this, or we'll just stop it until the age of 18. And this plan, it's just a 10 years to pay plan. So after 10 years, you don't have to pay for your plan anymore. And ideally, the investment in this plan will just grow. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. In case the investment goes above the death benefit of 1.5 million, then you get whatever is higher. A Future Builder is one of our options if you really just want to have that fund without the cash payout. So it's really just the systematic savings portion for the educational fund. If you don't really want to have that guaranteed education benefit, then you go for the Future Builder, right? We're just literally like saving up for it systematically through that. So I know this is a lot, but again, if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer it. For this one, pay up to the age of 17. So for future scholar, there's a guaranteed education benefit. So this is the guaranteed education benefit, and there's a basic premium, or the insurance with investment. So this is what that would look like. So for the coverage, there's a basic coverage of 500,000 for your child, and guaranteed educational benefit is about 1.8 million. So this is the guarantee of what you will receive, right? 1.8 million. And apart from that, there is a life insurance coverage, an investment portion on top of the 1.8 million. 50% would go to the investment, 50% go to the guaranteed education benefit, going to invest in AIA Elite Adventurous Fund. That's my recommendation for the market right now. The stock market is doing really well. And there's also a payer's benefit option. So if after 17 years or during the time that 17 years that something happens to the payer or the owner of this plan, if something happens, you don't have to pay for the plan anymore. The company will continue paying for this plan, and you will already get you will also get 1.8 million for the payer's benefit. So in case of disability or untimely death, the owner of this plan gets 1.8 million, just so you know, additional coverage for the family. Fast forward, so this is what it would look like for the investment portion, and let's just be conservative at 5.16. So by the time your child is 18 years old, you have about 2.4 million in savings, apart from the guaranteed education benefit. So for the guaranteed education benefit, the total is 1.8. It will be divided into 8 payouts, starting in the year and middle of the year. So this is what it would look like. There's a guaranteed education payout. Regardless if your child goes to college or not, you will get this guaranteed education payout from the time that the child is 18 years old till he is 21 years old. So that's 8 payouts in total, or 8 payouts in total for a total of 1.8 million. And then there's also a projected living benefit. So on top of the 1.8, you can already withdraw on the 6th year actually, and you can withdraw as much as 941,000 in case the investment portion only grows 4% per year there. So by the time he or the child is 18, it is projected that you get 3.6 million on top of the 1.8 million guaranteed educational payout there. So this future scholar is really a combination of the A+ signature, meaning you get a guaranteed education payout, but this one, it's when the child turns 18, and also the future builder, because there is an investment component there. So that's 3 options: A+ signature, something that's guaranteed. The second is future builder, not guaranteed, but like a travel fund, or education fund that you can withdraw from, apart from your savings, so that you can systematically save for your child's education. And the last is future scholar, that combines both plans with a guaranteed education benefit and investment component, which is not guaranteed, and it's dependent on the market there. So if you're going to ask me, I like A+ signature just because I like guaranteed investments. I have my own stock market investments, and that one is not guaranteed. So I want to pay for something guaranteed when it comes to my insurance programs there. So if you have any questions, those are my 3 recommendations for educational funding for your kids. And with that, thank you so much for listening, and maybe you would like to say bye. Thank you. Say bye.